This brave new world we have entered can be pretty frightening for the children. Take it away, Riley.
Talking about transgender issues among adults is one thing, but what happens when a child is trans? There have been plenty of stories in the media about children as young as 3 years old coming out as transgender, but most of the media is really bad at covering stories like these.
Chris, when will this ever end?
Never end.
Never. It will never.
This is never gonna end.
And Riley here is going to tell us why children who are not developed, who aren't even human beings yet, who have no consent, why they could be transgender.
I shit you not. These SJWs are selling this stuff to children. Once you're an adult, everyone deserves the same rights, but please do not attempt to brainwash people whose age group you are required to use teddy bears and color blocks to communicate to.
Welcome to the final part of our 4-part series breaking down the letters in LGBT. You ready, Teddy?
Ready.
Okay, today we are talking about the 4th letter, T. T stands for trans or transgender.
Ooh, that's a cool new word.
Definitely, Teddy. Let's get into it. Do you have any siblings, Teddy?
Yes, I have a little baby bear brother.
And I have a little sister. Do you remember when your little baby bear brother was born?
Yeah.
Do you remember the very first thing you learned about the new baby bear in your life?
That he cried a lot?
No, Teddy. You probably learned that your little baby bear brother was your little baby bear brother. That your new sibling was a boy.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it.
That's the very first thing doctors tell you when a new baby is born, whether they're human or bear. They tell parents that their baby is a boy or a girl. That's called a gender assignment.
It's not bad enough that the social justice warriors are trying to confuse toddlers' minds with subjects that even young adults can struggle with, but now some in the SJW community are attempting to normalize the pedos.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kisara and today, oh boy do we have a fucking video for you guys. A couple of days ago, I actually stumbled across this video titled Inside the Life of a Virtuous Pedophile. Virtuous pedophile. What?
I am a pedophile. I'm not a monster. I have the traction, but I don't act on it.
So all of you by now probably already know that gay marriage is legalized all across US now. But now in a shocking twist of events, pedophiles are now campaigning to also have equal rights. Psychiatrists of whom support pedophiles are now beginning to advocate redefining pedophilia in the same way that homosexuality was redefined several years ago.
A transgender father who abandoned his 7 children to start a new life as a 6-year-old girl is being celebrated by some liberals as a shining example of diversity. Stephanie Walsh is being profiled by numerous media outlets after she revealed her story in a video interview for the Transgender Project.
I can't deny I was married, I can't deny I have children, but I've moved forward now and I've gone back to being a child. I don't want to be an adult right now, and I just live my life like I couldn't when I was in school.
To be fair, if a person never acts on their immoral or misguided impulses, then they are not a criminal and indeed should be treated as we treat others. I fear that there may be attempts to normalize this to the point where we have to accept adults raping children. I will not accept this, and I don't think the rest of the sane world will either. Ever.
Okay, so my question is, what do you think about vaginas?
Ha! I mean, I don't mind them. I think
think they're not for me.
Riley wants us to know that gay men have to like vaginas or they are sexist and discriminatory. Remember, it's not the genitals you have that's important. So now, lesbians are required to enjoy a penis now and again, or they are sexist or transphobic. You don't know where that penis came from, so don't you dare turn it down, you bigot.
I think the main concern that people have in regards to dating a trans person is that they won't have the genitals that they expect. Because we associate penises with men and vaginas with women, some people think they could never date a trans man with a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. But I think that people are more than their genitals. I think that you could feel attraction to someone without knowing what's between their legs. Because these dating preferences are ultimately harmful to people who don't fit into your box of what a conventionally attractive person looks like.
The SJWs have taken intersectionality to new levels of insane. We all, of course, remember the case of Rachel Dolezal. Is race now a social construct?
Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African American man.
That's a very, I mean, I don't know what you're implying.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question of, I did tell you that yes, that's my dad.
This is a world turned on its head. We as a society want all to be included in the human race. The reason the West is so successful regarding equality is because democracy allows us to course correct, and hopefully everyone will get a voice. We're not perfect and not quite there yet, but there is wisdom in the phrase, in order to form a more perfect union. Even though many of the founding fathers were not paragons of equality perfection, they expertly provided us in the U.S. with the tools to create a society where someday every voice will be heard, and each passing decades shows more people included in that promise of liberty. And remember, equality is a social construct. In the words of a widely misunderstood philosopher, this house has sure gone crazy.
This house has sure gone crazy.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please, please, please subscribe, hit the like, or all the other things you do, send large bags of money. And thank you very much. Goodbye.